And now your local weather authority forecast.
Fog is once again the big story across the basin. This is a live look at Midland. Not only foggy but misty. We can see the Bank of America Tower, slightly better visibility compared to the past hour. And we can actually see the foreground, the city below. But a lot of these clouds and a lot of what we're seeing is in the form of very low level moisture. Just before we'll see even more moisture higher up. That will eventually produce not only even more fog, but thunderstorms later today. Satellite and radar showing above the fog layer, high level clouds moving from west to east in this big swirl of clouds, rain, snow activity in the Four Corners, drifting off toward the east, getting closer to West Texas. We're already seeing the higher level clouds here in the basin. But for the short term, we got to deal with the dense fog, especially this morning. Dense fog advisory in effect till 10 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, including Hobbs, the northern tier of the basin, Ector, Midland Counties, Fork, Stockton, Big Lake, and down toward the Rio Grande for a very low visibility. And speaking of the visibility, about 0.3 miles from Midland, Odessa to Big Spring. The farther west you go from Fork, Stockton, westward along I-20, better visibility for now, but we have to watch out for that fog to start to move a little bit farther to the north and west. That's courtesy of the south and easterly winds. Despite the southerly component in those winds, the clouds and a lot of the moisture keeping things well below normal in terms of those temperatures this afternoon. Southeasterly winds picking up from 15 to 25 miles per hour this afternoon, but switching more from the west, from the Guadalupe Mountains to the Van Horn region, kind of butting up into the Trans-Pecos. That's where we'll see not only rain showers form, but also the potential for thunderstorms. Again, right now, foggy, 38 officially at the airport in Midland, 100% relative humidity, 0.3 mile visibility, south-southeasterly winds sustained right now at 20 miles per hour. Temperatures slightly higher compared to yesterday, slightly above normal for this time of year, but still a bit chilly out there. Again, 38 in Midland, 40 in Big Spring, 30 in Marfa, 40 in Alpine. Luckily, you're not dealing with any fog in Marfa, but it's a bit humid out there. Kind of a duality in those temperatures. A little bit warmer and drier the farther south and west you go in the Marfa Plateau in the Rio Grande. 40s, 50s, and 60s. High 30s, low 40s throughout the basin today. And on the backside of this cold front with thunderstorms forming, cooling off in the Davis Mountains with not only thunderstorms, but the potential for sleet mixing in and wet snowflakes, but primarily a rain event at Midland, Odessa. 43 this afternoon, southeasterly winds picking up from fog to thunderstorms likely this afternoon. Tracking those thunderstorms, moving from west to east through Pecos, the Rio Grande, the northern part of our viewing area, and even some wet snow showers, not only in Lubbock, but also the Davis Mountains. Before wrapping up overnight, we'll see eventually temperatures drop with probably to mostly clear skies in the 30s, winds from the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures at or below the freezing mark, but tomorrow afternoon, warming up nicely in the mid to upper 50s. A much more enjoyable day, but there will be some patchy dust because of the breeze. So kind of a dreary day today, a little more pleasant tomorrow. Warmer later this weekend before our next cool front early next week.